to a place that I don't like to go very often, and that is to the liberal/Democrat mind, or should I say thought process. My mother, who votes Democrat, been voting Democrat probably all my life, and I'm 60. And it's one of those things where it's driven by emotion. So the first journey, I'm going to go back several months into the fall. She has next door neighbors who have been harassing her for years. She claims they're racist. She claims they do all this stuff to her because she's black. And she said that they had a Biden sign in their yard. And she laughed about it. Her thoughts were they put the Biden signs there to protect themselves because they're really racist and they don't want to be harassed by other people. So they're trying to come off as, well, we're liberals, so we vote for Biden, and so we must not be racist. Now, this is a woman who grew up in Jim Crow South, Alabama. Get where I'm going? Weren't those governors Democratic? Fast forward to today. We were chit-chatting on about this, that, and this. She had started talking about her difficulty in getting an appointment for the COVID vaccination. And I just flat out told her I'm not getting it. Anyhow, it moved on to unreliable news. Now, she watches mainstream media. So, yeah, unreliable. So I guess whatever was happening and she's one of those, she channel surfs. So if she's not liking something on one station, she'll go to another station. And I guess not getting all the information that she needed because there were conflicting reports between stations. So we got on the subject of politics. And not sure how Biden came up can't quite remember how Biden came up in the conversation. But I pointed out his executive orders to date in 2 weeks, 42 in 2 weeks. And I brought up the fact that thousands of jobs have been lost because of the shutting down of the border wall and the XL pipeline. And then now people were having to pay more for their diabetic medication because of an executive order that he signed. Didn't get to the LGBTQ XYZ stuff. But those are the three that I brought up. And I said that, there's no rhyme or reason to it because other than to cancel anything that Trump has done. Her attitude, it needed to be done. And I said, oh, why? Now, and then she brought up, it took her a few seconds to come up with a reason. But January 6th. So she's saying that these people deserve to lose their jobs because of January 6th. So so Biden needed to cancel anything that Trump did because of January 6th. Any executive orders that he signed needed to be canceled by Biden's executive orders because of January 6th. So the American people are to suffer because of January 6th? So I brought up the fact that, one, it was planned. FBI found evidence that it was planned. Finding pipe bombs and evidence that the pipe bombs have been planted the night before. And the second point I brought up was that Trump was still giving his speech when the riot broke out. And at the end of that, crickets. There was no rebuttal. There was no rebuttal. And I pointed out that you're not going to hear about that on NBC, CBS, or ABC. So it finally came down to let's agree to disagree and move on. That was her out. And I let her take it.